Okay, Jeannie Waldron, Park and Rec Commission, July 22nd, meeting for Park and Rec. The meeting is being held via Zoom due to mass regulations for open meeting laws pursuant to governor's proceedings. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort is made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. We will call the meeting to order, 6:32 p.m. Those in attendance are Kara Cartello, John Wally, Mike Shield, Dave DeLoria, Mike Mazzarelli. So we can begin, everyone. We'll start. Is there any public comment? We have no one in the room waiting. Let me just double check, you guys. Okay, we have no one for public comment.
All right, do you want me to go ahead with the bills?
Yes.
All right, so we have the bills that I emailed everybody. Valley Green for $3,496. Down Under Irrigation, $1,270.90. Richco, $85.27. Kelco, $87.02. IBS, $391.81. Everybody
Okay.
good?
Is everyone in agreement with all of those invoices and what they were paid for?
I'm fine with them.
Okay. I think the one that probably was the Valley Green, which that was as a result of myself and Mike Mazzarelli's meeting with the Finance Committee. We went ahead and we used the money to purchase the grass seed for the fall for overseeding, in case you guys are wondering.
And I will say, they really like us at that finance committee. They are just so nice to us when we go do that. You know.
Yes,
That's good to hear.
fine group of people.
Yep, fine group of people.
That's a bold-faced lie.
Well, I wasn't bold-faced. I was smiling.
Oh, all right.
Maz, you really are in your car.
I am.
I thought about doing that. That's a great idea. Privacy.
Great idea.
The
I
quietest.
don't have to bother anybody, and I don't have to be, anywhere weird. So with anything behind me, and people go, "Oh, what's that? You won the 1982 swimming competition at high school."
Oh boy.
Anyway, go
Moving
ahead.
right along.
The minutes?
Yes, so we're approving those bills, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the bills are approved. You can move on, Kara, if you'd like.
Okay. The minutes, I sent you 2 sets of minutes, one from the interview and one from a meeting. Meeting of June 17th, interview of June 22nd. Did everybody approve those?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have
Yes.
a motion to approve them, please, someone?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
I'll
John
second.
Bob, motions to approve the bills, second.
I'll second.
Mike Shield approved, motion to second approval of the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
You're supposed to
Aye.
ask one at a time.
Yeah, forgot, John. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yay.
Mike Shield, how do you vote?
Yes.
Dave DeLoria,
Yes.
Mike Mazzarelli,
Yes. Yes.
Jeannie Waldron, I'm in favor, unanimous vote in favor of the minutes as they were posted.
Woohoo!
All right, moving on, you guys. Go ahead, Kara.
Okay, so Joe Hugh, he'd like to continue to maintain the softball field this year in exchange for some field use, and he will also send in a donation.
Now,
He-
I'd like
has a-
to, I was
Oh, go
gonna
ahead.
say, I can comment on that real quickly. When I was down there with, and Carrie, you can help me out. What's the gentleman's name that's cutting the grass down there and lining the fields?
Rick and Bill.
Rick. I was down there with Rick. showing him how to do the field, line the fields and, use the striper and everything else. And Joe was down there actually turning up the dirt on the 70-foot, and he was working on the softball field. So he did kind of, give me an earful at that time and said, listen, all I really want is when the softball field at the rec center is being used on a certain night, he goes, I'd like to be able to use the Wally Park softball field as long as it's not being used or rented, for practice for my girls. And I said, I don't see a big problem with that. And I'd love to, I'll come down here, I'll line it, I'll do whatever, I'll groom it and take care of it. He goes, and we'll see if we can give you some kind of donation. I was like, okay. So that's how that precipitated at that point.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments, questions, anyone?
Yeah, he does a great job. He did it last year, and he did a great job. It's a huge help. It's a lot of work to do the field, so it seems like it's a good deal. I don't know what everybody else thinks.
I think it's
What-
worthwhile having them take care of the fields.
Yeah, definitely. We need all the help we can get.
You should just ask him, Kara, for a copy of his certificate of insurance if he's going to practice.
He did talk about that, and he said he has one. Yep. So yes, that's
I think he already sent it. I'd have to check through my emails, but I'll let you know.
You guys refresh me. He coaches, obviously softball, but what is it? Under 16, high school, like preparatory stuff, or what?
I don't know. I imagine it's high school. I
Yeah.
think high school age.
Okay. Yeah. Like the AAU version of softball
Yeah.
kind of deal. Gotcha.
Could be. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we're in agreement with letting him do that.
Yes, I would vote. I would make a motion to, vote yes to let him do that.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion to vote for Joe Hugh to take care of the fields, the 70-foot softball, whatever the dimensions are. Wally, how do you vote?
He wants to use the softball field, and I think he was talking about maintaining it or, kind of cleaning it up after he was done using it, that type of thing,
Okay,
And of course, not use it when there was a game or we rented it,
correct. But then that doesn't mean he's responsible for maintaining it for other people to use it.
Oh.
As far if it's booked for some other event.
That's correct.
Okay. Which means that we have our employees prepping the field if it needs to be
Rick-
prepped.
Now, right? Rick does it now. He knows how to do it. He has my number. If he has any issues, he can call me.
Okay.
I do think we need some more line, but that might be a subject for later.
Okay.
He bought it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
Rick did?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Great. Okay, so we'll proceed on the vote. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, Mike Shield, how do you vote?
Yes.
Dave DeLoria,
Yes.
Lori. Mike Mazzarelli, vote.
Yes.
Okay, Jeannie Waldron votes yes. We have a unanimous decision to let Joe Hugh maintain softball fields and use them in exchange for him doing some prep work. Okay,
So we had a request to hold Tai Chi at the park. It's Southwick resident. It's over 60-year-old group. There's going to be 5 people, including the instructor. They'd like to hold it Wednesdays from 4 to 4:45. They don't need any equipment. The instructor's certified. They'd prefer to use the pavilion, but the grass would be fine on nice days. They don't spend a lot, I guess. The classes are $10 because I asked them if they would like to, or if they can pay. She said she saw the pavilion was $100. They wouldn't be able to pay that every time they meet, but maybe something. And I guess they pay $10 a person. So the instructor would be making $40.
how many times are they meeting as far as for the season?
Once a week. And I thought she said it was August to November.
Okay, Is there a way where it could be a one-shot donation if people are in favor, maybe a $100 donation as opposed to $100 every time this person wants to use it?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm throwing it out there to everybody, but I'm just seeing what people think.
I think that would be fine as long, I mean, she's not gonna be taking up time in the pavilion and she can go outside if we do have things going on. It's not really, seems like it's gonna affect anything else.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. How are they going to do that if it's only a group of 5? I mean, it's only $10 extra every week, right? Because if it's a group of 5, $10 a piece, that's 50. Instructor gets 40. So I'm just, just throwing it out there.
I just asked why, I'm sorry. I asked, it's going from August to November.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
We don't have to charge anything. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I don't know if we want to just let people use the park. I'm okay with that. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Any ideas, you guys?
I have no problem with it if she's gonna be using the park. I mean, it's not really gonna take up much space, and if she has to use it on the grass somewhere, that's fine. I mean, it seems like we have enough people going up there and doing this and that anyways,
true.
that aren't
Yeah.
paying for things.
And not asking at all, so
True.
that's true. So we can agree to just allow her to do her group, and we let her use her day, and she can use whatever is available or open or whatever free space.
Yeah, as long as she's not interfering with a field that's, being used or anything like that. So
Right.
there's plenty of spots where she could,
Yeah.
with 5 people, find plenty of
Okay.
room.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to let her do it.
Okay.
I'll second.
John Wally motion to let the Tai Chi be resume there. Dave DeLore second the motion. We'll have a vote. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mike Shield, how do you vote?
Yes,
Dave DeLore,
Yes,
Mike Mazzarelli, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jeannie Waldron votes yes. All unanimous to allow the Tai Chi class to take place at Wally Park.
So moved.
And then we had a request from the Cultural Council to use the pavilion for a one-time ukulele workshop. It was supposed to be held at the library until COVID. It's free to the public. They're estimating 20 to 30 people. They said most likely it's going to be during the week. I didn't ask her the time of day. She has to get with the ukulele instructor to find out exactly the day and the time, but she does know it would be during the week at some point.
And she doesn't know what date either, like August 1st or whatever, or
She wanted to get back to the ukulele instructor and
Okay.
tell them that they can do it and they would figure out a date, so I would get back to you with the date.
okay,
I just don't have it this time.
okay. Anyone opposed to that?
Not at all.
just one day during the week, like one weekday this summer.
Just one-time use,
I
yeah.
think it's just once, Mike. Just once.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So would someone motion?
Sure. I'll make a motion to allow them to use it one time during the summer for their ukulele workshop.
You might want to go and learn how to play the ukulele, you know?
Are you telling me something?
I'll second it.
I was thinking about going. So Mike Shield, motion to allow the ukulele class to take place one time. John Wally, second the motion. We will take a vote. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mike Shield, how do you vote?
Yes,
Dave DeLore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mike Mazzarelli, how do you vote?
Yes.
Are
Jeannie
you in
Waldron,
a garage too, Maz?
Yes.
You're such a dope.
Love it.
um,
I
Jeannie
love it.
Waldron votes yes.
Well, at least I don't have construction going on while the calls
Pay
don't.
attention to the vote, Maz.
The vote is unanimous to allow the ukulele class for the cultural council will be hosting a ukulele class, a date to be determined. And Kara will let us know when that date is. All right.
Okay. I had a couple calls for the volleyball net to be put up at Wally Park. I just wanted to check with you guys first.
Okay.
I believe it should be okay per the CDC guidelines, as long as the group's not too large.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
would-
let's put that up.
Yeah. Will our employees put it up?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we could put them up then.
Okay.
Is anyone opposed to it?
No, but
No.
make sure that they know if the roll bars are up on the lawnmowers, don't try to mow under it.
That could be a problem.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Just to remind them. I don't know if they have them up or not.
What is that?
If the
Remind me.
roll bar on the mower is up, you cannot go under the net.
Okay.
They'll tear it down,
Okay.
correct?
Either that or they'll get very hurt when the thing
Yeah,
flips
hurt.
over.
Decapitate themselves or something along those lines. Okay.
Okay. Got
Sounds
it.
good.
All right, so the next item is the Bolts. So the Bolts want to rent the soccer fields that formerly, or it used to be GPS, now it's the Bolts, from July to November. They're looking for some kind of agreement of compensation should the park be closed due to Triple E or COVID, like it was last year for the Triple E and their season ended. And he said it became an issue because they had to go and rent indoor space and they lost money. So they were looking for some kind of agreement of compensation.
So what happens when a team rents a field and it's a rain out? Do you just give them another day? Don't you
Yeah.
give them another day to play their game, right?
Yes.
So in this case, you probably can't do that because they have to go inside. So can we amortize how much it costs for every practice and or game and then say, all right, do we want a refund or I would credit to next year. This way here you still got the money and when you charge them next year, it's a little bit off the top.
Right.
That's my thought.
I agree.
What do they pay a month?
Well, it's 11,000 and we're looking July, August, September, October, November. So what's that, 5,000?
Oh,
Sorry.
2,200.
Yeah.
Tell them we'll give them the rest of July for free to handle any issues they may have, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. What to tell them. It's July 22nd. They've right. So they're going to start really August. So
They haven't started yet?
well, that's the thing, right? I don't know.
I thought they did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been up there, but
You know if they did, Kara?
They started practices Monday.
this
Oh,
month. So they just started.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 2-week buffer we're giving them right there. And, just have them pay for August, September, October, and November. And we'll determine what it is, per day. And, they've got a bank of whatever 2 weeks, on the books right now that we're giving them for free.
Okay, so you want me to take the 5 months divided by the 11,000, figure out what it is per month, and then just charge them for August through November?
That's just a thought on mine. I'm just throwing it out there, you know, on mine where we can tell them, hey, you've got a bank of 10 practices right there that we're giving you for free in August. And if something happens where you can't practice for a couple of weeks or whatever, you know, you've got 2 weeks that you didn't pay for.
Have they paid already or no?
Not yet. I sent them the invoice, but I didn't get payment yet. They usually take a little bit of time. I don't know if they put it through to be processed yet. They may have. I can ask.
Did you charge them for a full month in July or just for 2 weeks?
Well, it's usually a flat fee for the season, so it was
Oh,
just
okay.
1,000.
Oh, it's not month to month. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we charged them.
I guess if you calculated the last 2 times they had paid, whatever the, you know, I mean, yeah, you can calculate a monthly fee, but it's usually the flat 11 grand they pay us for the season.
Oh, okay. Then strike my idea.
No, I mean, it makes sense.
So is it 5 times a week or what is it typically?
I think it's at least 4, right? And then weekends they play.
I don't know if they're playing weekends now. They might just be practicing weekends. I don't know if they can play yet, can they?
Yeah, I don't think they can play yet
Soccer can't play yet.
because of COVID.
Baseball can, right?
Baseball can. I think like soccer and contact sports are off
Yeah.
limits for games so far.
Okay.
But if they're practicing, they're still using the fields. I think if
Yeah.
they lose
Oh,
a
yeah.
month, we credit them a month on the end. And just count July as a full month since they're taking it. So
Yeah.
if they lose the month of November, we just credit them like the 2,200 on the end if they lose the whole month of November.
Yeah, we'll take it off next year's fee.
What if they only lose 2 weeks? How do you do that?
They cut-
Then we'll
cut
do
it in half.
1,100.
Then you go 11. Okay. All right. That's a good one.
That's
Well,
just,
you made it
just
out
my
of the-
thought on it.
I like
Because they're
that.
probably not going through the whole month of November anyways, just with the cold and rain and everything when it hits the second half of the month.
Yeah, but that's not our problem.
Yeah,
'cause that's
but I'm
them
saying
stuff.
if they're renting it for November, I mean, we just figure the whole month of November from our end.
Okay, so we're charging them the fee, and then if something comes up where their season is cut short, we will credit them for the next season they play.
We're gonna issue, you know, them, we're gonna reduce their price for next year by that amount. We don't wanna give them any money back.
Okay. Sounds good.
So it's all about crediting, regardless of however we credit. That's probably the best idea, so that we're not giving back money
Correct.
for obvious reasons. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So you got that, Kara, as far as like you can handle that?
Yep, I'm good.
Yay.
You followed that?
I got it.
Yeah. Thank God you followed it. Okay.
Do you want to go?
Reading this,
the
it
next
even
item?
says here- it even says there will be compensation such as reduced spring 2021 rates that will be appreciated. That's exactly what he's looking for. So I'm sure if we come back and say, yeah, we're good, it probably should be fine.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, sounds good. So do you want to move on to the next item?
Sure.
No,
Oh,
DR mower results from finance committee meeting. So did we get for the DR mower?
can you say no?
that was a big no. They suggest,
They want us to borrow the DPWs, but we didn't know if the DPW had one. And then they wanted to find out how much does it cost to rent it? Because how many times a year are you going to use this $3,000 item? And that's a waste of the taxpayer's money. And then they said, why do you need to do those detention ponds anyway? why don't you just buy grass seed? That seems to be a better expense. That was pretty much the whole gist of it, right?
That's it.
Jeannie?
Yep, yep, that was it in a nutshell. Yep.
Okay,
So,
And
mean-
again, they ate us up and spit us out.
yep, they said they would, like I said, they said they would let us rent one, but as far as and then it's like, well, it's not wasted money, it's the taxpayers' money. It's going to go back into the taxpayers' purse. So, it's not like you're losing it. 'Cause we kept saying, well, we're going to lose that money. And they're saying, well, it's not your money to lose.
Well, we're
John, you
keeping
should've
our
been there
perfect
helping us.
record going.
Yes, Dave, we are. Oh,
Plus,
for,
we're going to lose $18,000 in parking this year.
yep,
Yeah?
yep. But we are going to note that, so when we go back to them in January and have to fight, or whatever month it is, we will duly note that when they decide that they want to not give us money for everything else that they usually don't give us money for.
okay,
I mean-
so we have no DR mower.
We have no DR mower. I tried to
We can
look
rent
up
one,
what
though.
it costs to rent
I
one.
can rent mine.
There you
Need a
go.
new battery.
We'll give John a bottle of bourbon. How's that sound?
Yes.
Well, the other thing with that was, oh crap, what was I gonna say about it? Oh, you guys, I lost my train of thought with something that they had suggested. It was ludicrous. Oh, with the whole DPW thing, I think me and Mike Math both like laughed at right at simultaneously when they asked us that. And, one individual thought it was like the greatest idea. And I was like, listen, we can't even get DPW to use the arm once a year, let alone, ask them
Right.
to borrow a machine.
Not only did they say borrow the machine, they said, why don't you have the DPW do it for you? And I
Yeah,
was like, that'd be great. Why don't they do everything? And we would just walk away.
right.
And they were like, well, I don't understand why they wouldn't do that for you. I'm like, well, because they don't. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So-
was pretty.
So needless to say, we didn't get it. So
Okay.
that's it.
Well, we're gonna send you two back there next year because you got good experience.
Oh, I'm not giving up. I'm just gonna keep doing my homework. I'm gonna make sure I cover every single base every single time, and
I think next year is going to be a tough year.
It sure is. But if we aren't told about these things until the last minute, it's hard to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row and everything organized and thought out properly, thinking of things that they're gonna throw at you. So we'll just be better
Right.
prepared.
You're right.
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Yeah, the rail trail, we had a memory bench inquiry. Typically, the memory benches cost about a couple grand between the shipping of the bench, the actual bench, the concrete slab, and the nameplate on there. This individual was wondering if they could hire their own contractors instead of using the ones we use to get a memory bench installed.
I think we'd have to find out who they're planning on using. I mean, I don't want to, like, the rest of them look nice in there. I don't want something like
Yeah.
somebody do it yourself kind of
Oh, they
thing
can
where it
sub-
looks horrible and it's not going to hold up.
They can
I mean,
submit,
unless, if they wanted to let us know who's doing it and we could talk to them first.
whoever's gonna do it will have to give us specs.
Doesn't it say
The
concrete
thickness of the
slab done by,
concrete.
I'm sorry, it says concrete slab done by Chet Comey. It says here, that's,
Yeah, he's
That's-
done the last few.
That's
That's who
who we use.
wait, what was that? I'm sorry.
That's
Well,
who
you're
we
too
use.
busy interrupting, Maz.
All right.
That's who we
Whoever
used in the
the con-
past to do them.
Whoever the contractor is would have to submit specifications, the thickness of the cement, what they're using for re-rod or wire or whatever, and then we'd have to look at it along with a picture of the bench and decide then. Can't decide now that they can pick anybody they want.
I know. What if they go through all that and it still doesn't match though? I mean, the reason we use certain people is so they will all be exactly the same.
Yeah, we don't let them do it then.
Did they want to go with our bench, Kara, the ones we've been using? I think we should probably keep the benches
Yeah.
uniform on the trail.
I agree.
And sorry.
She didn't say if it was the bench that was the problem or the concrete. She didn't say. But, I mean, the bench has to be exactly the same. We have it all uniform throughout the trail.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know much about concrete, but I mean, what if it was done wrong, you know? I mean, there's a
There's a
reason.
lot of ways to do it wrong.
Well, there's a reason we use the same person all the time, I think. So I don't know. It's up to you guys, but that's just kind of my thoughts. Like, this is the way it is. This is the way we've always had it done. This works and this looks good. And we're happy with the work these people do. We did our research. So I don't know.
I
I'll
like
make
that.
a
Kara.
motion that they have to use our bench and our contractor.
I agree. I second that. I think we want to stay consistent on that.
Okay, so we have a motion that the individual must use the contractors that we use for uniformity. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yes,
Okay, Mike Shield,
Yes,
Dave DeLore,
Yes.
Mike Mazzarelli,
Yes.
Amy Waldron votes yes. Unanimous decision for the person to use our contractor and same benches that we use.
Oh, same benches too, yep.
And that's not to say that they couldn't add a name thingy on it or whatever, you know, a plate or something, right? We're allowing that, correct?
Yep.
how
Okay,
about the location?
She didn't give me the location yet. You guys would need to approve her location also.
Right.
okay. So we'll see what happens when she's presented with those guidelines.
Okay,
Okay,
got it. So the
Okay.
beach,
yay.
what do you think, opening status? 25% capacity. The beach will need to be, if we do decide to go ahead and open it, it will need to be inspected, the water tested, post jobs, interview for jobs, beach stocked, certified lifeguards. So those are some of the things that will need to be done prior to opening it.
When do you usually close?
Usually the week before the last week in August. So I think it was like around the 25th. We would be closing on the 23rd.
I say we don't open it.
Seems like a lot of work for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think we should really be putting kids doing lifeguards and the distancing thing and everything else. I mean, I don't know how many people it'll hold at 25%, but I think it's just going to be a lot more headaches than it's worth this year.
We can have them use our spray park.
Where's that?
What's Spray Park?
We don't have it.
Did you
Oh.
hook the hoses up, John?
I think we should plan a spray park and ask for CPC for the money.
I think we should too, and I've been wanting to do that. Then we wouldn't have this problem.
And we have free water.
Yep. So that's something we can talk about in the future, a future meeting.
Yep.
So do we got to vote on that, whether we're going to open or keep it closed?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we keep it closed.
I would second that.
John Wally, a motion to keep the town beach closed due to COVID restrictions, regulations, and difficulty with maintaining it. Mike,
In a short amount of time as well.
Yeah. The short amount of time that we are given as well. Mike Mazzarelli seconded the motion. We will take a vote. on keeping the beach closed. John Wally, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mike Shield, how do you vote?
Yes.
Dave DeLore, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mike Mazzarelli, how do you vote?
Yes.
Jeannie Waldron votes yes as well. Unanimous decision to keep the beach closed until a future date,
Okay,
quite possibly the entire season.
All right.
Okay,
got it.
all right. So on to
New
our
business.
next business, yeah.
I guess we have to vote on a CPC replacement.
I think we should give Jeannie the first choice because she was on it and bowed out so I could stay on it.
Can I ask why you're not staying on?
Oh, I'm staying on. I ran and won the election, so I no longer have to be appointed by Park and Rec. I don't represent Park and Rec on that right now. I just represent myself.
Okay, I got it. Yep, you got voted in, so there we go. That was part of the town vote that added more people to the committee? Or
No, it
the
didn't add people. It just took the
vote away?
select board used to appoint 4 of the people.
Yeah,
Now,
okay,
instead of them appointing them, they have to be elected.
correct. Is there anyone who would like to be on the committee? Don't all raise your hand at once.
Now, are you nodding your head up and down?
I am saying no. Thank you.
Thank God.
Way to mute yourself right after that,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Somebody would get hurt if I was on that committee, okay? And it might be me.
Anyone else? No?
Dave?
I would rather not. I just finished up that other open space thing. The 6-month thing that went on for 19 months.
Okay. When is this until 2022?
Yes, 2022. 2 years.
Well, we could do it for a year and then re-vote again next year at the same time, no, if we had to?
I guess we could.
How often do they
If
meet?
Jeannie quits. But she
If I
wouldn't do
quit.
that.
If I were to quit, no, because I know you're going to pressure me not to quit. I think it's important that we definitely have, well, we already have John on there, and we would have, if by default, we would have myself. It's important that we have ourselves on there so that we can, advocate for ourselves as well.
Correct. How often do they meet?
Not very.
Once a month, once every couple months?
Once every, it depends. We don't meet unless there's something to, unless somebody submits an application for money. And if they don't, we don't have any meetings. We've had a couple emergency meetings because of the North Pond.
Yeah.
But normally, we
Like it's
every
right.
couple of months.
Say that again, Kara?
It doesn't seem like they meet regularly like we do. It's not even like once a
Right.
month. When
Yeah.
there's something up.
I'm willing to be on the committee, unless someone has a burning desire to be on it. But I just don't want to say yeah and then have, well, 2 people definitely said no. So are you thinking about it, Mike Shields?
Right now, it probably wouldn't be ideal for me, but
Okay.
if you wanted to do a year, it might be a little easier next year for me to do it.
Okay.
If you wanted to do, if we could do something like that. I'm a little busy right now.
As
That's
a committee, you can do anything you want.
okay.
So if you wanted to do that, Jeannie, I would look at, next year if that was okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I would take the appointment to the CPC.
So
I
I
make
think
a motion to have Jeannie be our representative on the CPC.
Second it.
Okay, we will have a vote on whether Jeannie Waldron is appointed to CPC committee. Mike Shield, how do you vote? Sorry.
Yes.
Tom Wally, how do you vote?
Yes.
Dave D. Delory,
Yes,
Mike Mazzarelli.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to vote for myself.
You can abstain.
I would prefer to abstain. So we have a unanimous decision. Jeannie Waldron appointed to CPC representative for the Park and Rec.
Congratulations, Jeannie.
congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
You're such a good girl.
Yeah, we'll see. I like the CPC though, so
Yeah, you were very effective when you were on it.
yeah,
I felt bad about you bowing out. It would have been
Yeah.
nice to keep you.
but there was a reason, and you got what you wanted. Not saying it like that, but you accomplished your task, so there was a reason.
Well, you're back.
Yeah.
Back.
Now we're gonna work on our spray park.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Do we have any other new business?
I don't have any.
Can I ask a question on Wally Park? I think I was up there Monday night and the trash barrels were quite full. When do they get emptied?
So they're not officially using the trash barrels yet.
Okay. Well, they were unofficially using them then.
Yeah, I had requested that the trash bags be put in them and we start using them. They don't have somebody on maintenance who wants to empty them at this time. Rick did contact me, the guy who's working maintenance at Wally Park right now. He contacted me because there was a big mess after the games and he wanted to put the trash barrels right side up. And I said, well, the board wanted that, but we didn't have anybody to empty them. So he said he would go ahead and empty them. So I can tell him to get on top of that and he'll empty them as needed because he's
Yeah.
up at the every day anyway. So before maintenance would empty them on Monday and Friday before COVID. The person who's supposed to empty them does not want to touch the trash, and because CDC says that you can either have trash or take in, take out trash. It's up to the individual, organization. So he went with, he doesn't want to do it. So that's kind of what's been happening.
Okay.
So I will talk to Rick and Billy and see if they can take care of it.
Good.
So you guys would want the trash to be emptied regularly and the trash barrels put out?
Well, they're out. I mean, the covers were hanging on the side, but they were looked like they were full when I drove through there. They weren't blowing over, but I think there was a game that night, so I'm assuming people were adding to it. So yeah, we need them emptied, in my opinion, if the park's open,
Yeah.
or else it's
Okay.
gonna be a mess.
I have to agree because I've driven by there a few times just to see who was using the park and things like that. And I've seen the trash cans full as well, and wondered myself. So I guess we should do it so that it's not an eyesore. And at the way our society is working right now with take your trash in and take it out, we have no one to police that. I wouldn't want anyone to police that. And furthermore, we can't take people on their honesty with doing that. I mean, obviously, because like Mike, you said you drove up there, I drove up there, people are still going to do that. So we should probably have it done if someone is willing to
Okay.
take that task.
I'll talk to Rick. I'm sure he will. If not, I'll let you guys.
Sure. Is there anything else?
That was it for me.
Okay. Anyone?
No?
Motion to adjourn.
John Wally motions to adjourn our meeting.
I second.
Mike Mazzarelli seconds. The meeting is adjourned 7:16.